George is on stage. I hope you know with the video. You stick it there. This one.
You drag it in.
Si tu veux mettre quoi? What do you want to put?
Open it or? Oh, does it
Just in the video, you need something
no,
else?
No, just the PowerPoint, the first PowerPoint.
Oh, look at it. Or send not PowerPoint.
With date. Can you tell me where the date is?
Modifier, attends.
I want to sort by date.
Attends, let me check.
Okay.
C'est celui-là, main final? No.
No. No, listen.
I cannot see anything. Ah, shit. Trier by date. Attends, I can do it. I saw who it is. Okay, open it.
Okay. I will not start for another 2 minutes because there are a lot of people outside. They're just coming back in. So just give them a couple of minutes to settle in. And it is very bright up here. Okay, let's make a start. So, yes, we are at almost the end of ISF 2024, another ISF, another resounding success as far as I'm concerned. It's been a fantastic conference. Let's please help, let's thank the organisers once more, Loan, Mohsen, Ying, Pam, and everybody involved. Let's give them a round of applause. Thank you very much. We do have an agenda for today, for this session. So we'll start with Laurent, who will give us a review of ISF 2024.
Yes, thank you, George. The idea is to give you some figures as regards this ISF 2024. So overall, we have it's a huge event. It was a huge event. As we said at many occasions, so we have a total number of 533 registration, a bit more maybe since I did the slides. Overall, we had a submission of 480 papers at the whole. Oh, sorry. Okay, I was looking at, I have two slides on my, indeed. Yes, 480 papers were submitted. So in general, you know that the rule is not to reject that many papers. In fine, 377 papers were presented. So some papers were not accepted, but also some researchers didn't come finally or didn't register at least to the conference. So we had 110 sessions over the 3 days. It means that we had 12 parallel sessions. So I was a bit sorry for that when I was doing the program, because when you have 12 parallel sessions, so at a given point in time, you have many interesting sessions that you would like to attend. So, but I cannot do anything else. If we want to compact everything into 3 days, that's what we have to do. So we have a lot of invited sessions too. That's good for me to organize invited sessions. So please, we encourage you for next year to propose invited session. And please do not change the papers of the invited sessions. So that's something that could be done. And we had 76 contributed sessions that we organized into homogeneous session, at least as homogeneous as possible. 6 keynote speech and 9 practitioner speech. This is standard in this ISF conference. What I would like to stress is that one of the specificity of our institution and that we see also at the ISF is that we have a nice mix of academics and practitioners. So that's very rare if you look at other institutions. I mean, association around the globe. And that's, I would say, our specificity and our added value also, I really think. So as striking features of this ISF, at least to me, is that we have a very strong participation of researchers from big international corporations. So I quote a few here, but you had people from Amazon, Google, from Capgemini, from Central Bank, from Decathlon in France, IBM, Local, Marx, etc., etc., etc. Sorry if I forget some of them. And also we had several startups that were also present at the conference, especially in the field of AI and machine learning. That was very striking to me, and also as regards software. The two are obviously intertwined. So Timberlake, SAS, Forecast Pro, Concube Technology, and Prediconsult, of course. Okay, so that was really interesting to see this. Sorry if I have forgotten some names. If we look at other numbers in terms of country coverage, typically, when we do ISF in Europe, we have a majority of researchers coming from Europe. That's the case here. We have about 50% of people coming from Europe. Then about 15% coming from the UK and the US also, and same for Asia. So we have basically the bunch of our participants here. And Australia a bit too. For sure, we have always a big community coming from Australia, even when it is in Europe. So thanks for that. Thanks for coming. We have also South America, people from South America, which is something that I would like to highlight, especially from Colombia. I observe, so that's good. And so this is one of our aim also to try to be international. Okay, so going to South America is something that one day we would like to do. We were about to do it in 2020, if I'm right, but unfortunately we had some adverse shock. And you see that also we have only a few people from Middle East and Africa. I was a bit disappointed by this, especially being in France. I was expecting much more people coming from Africa, but that's the point. Maybe we would like to develop. Let me show also some numbers as regards the distribution of paper by topics. So more than 25% of the paper were in macro, 15% in energy, 10% in econometrics, AI, about 10%, supply chain demand also close to 10%, finance close also to 10%. Combination is very strong in this conference. So we receive more and more paper, I have the feeling, in terms of combination. Tourism, then evaluation of forecasts, that's also an important point. Climate, health, and social goods. So you see a bit this distribution. So something that I would like to point here is that AI may be low. If you look at the data, AI is only maybe less than 10%, but in fact, when you look at the session in macro, in finance, and energy, you also have a lot of AI/machine learning. Okay, so it means that if I split by AI machine learning, this very likely is going to be the best, the most, let's say, the biggest item in this distribution. Let me continue rapidly and then we stop as regard the activities that we have. Let me remind you that we have a summer school. So this year the summer school was given by Francesco Ravazzolo from University of Bolzano and BI Business School in Norway, and also with the help of Magdalena Ivanovska. So the summer school is a two-day event that we have on Saturday and Sunday, just before the symposium. This year it was on Bayesian forecasting, so we attracted 35 participants, so that's quite a huge number compared to other summer schools. And again, as we say yesterday during the member meeting, we subsidize a lot this activity. So if you are a student, PhD student, or if you are a junior or even a senior, you could go and apply for this forecasting summer school. And also on Sunday, we have a lot of workshops. It can be a one-day workshop or half-day workshop. So this year we had 5 workshops on forecasting to meet demand, sky is exponential smoothing, machine learning. This one attracted a lot of participants, artificial intelligence and neural networks, and business forecasting too. Okay, so keep in mind also for next year in Beijing we will do something similar. So if you want to learn about one of those topics, please apply for those workshops. And again, we subsidize a lot, so it's very cheap to take part to the workshops. Pretty much last. We would like to thank our sponsor for being there with us for many years. So some of them are there for many years. Thinking about Elsevier, Google, Monash, Timberlake for sure, eViews, Forecast Pro, Erasmus, SAS, and also the Inflation Center at the Cleveland Fund, and Lancaster. Of course, Lancaster University is a management school. Some are more recent, like my business school, Banque de France, QuantCube, etc. So we hope that it was a good investment for you. And we hope to see you next year for sure. And this is the last, yes. Yes, a big applause to Motion, because Motion did an amazing work. He came to Dijon at several times. We are not living in Dijon, to tell the truth, we are living in Paris. So Motion came at many occasions in Dijon to test all the wine that we had and to test all the food that we had. And he did an amazing job at negotiating all the restaurants, the buses, the conference center. So really, he is a great man of this conference, and he deserves a round of applause. Mohsen, bravo. Bravo, bravo, bravo. He did a job that I was not able to do, honestly. That was crazy. And also, again, I would like to thank a lot Pam. I think we will talk a bit about Pam soon. And Ying is our new business manager, so they did an amazing job. And you saw both of them during the conference. They were at the desk asking all your question about where are the toilets, can I have a USB stick, etc., etc. So thanks a lot, Ying and Pam. You deserve also an applause. Let me also highlight that I was not alone to do the programs. There was a program committee that you see here, and I received a great help from the section. You know that we have section within the IIF. The Swiss section is very strong on energy. We have also a very strong section in macro. So they were super helpful to organize the session. So I would like to thank both sections for helping me in organizing the program. Let me stop here, and I hope you enjoy the program.
Okay, next I would like to call upon Pierre to present the IGF Awards for 2024.
Thank you very much. So it's called IGF Awards. We give awards every year. We're lucky enough that the journal publishes excellent papers, 100 of them around per year. But still, we would like to specifically highlight some extraordinary papers, we could say, some very nice achievements in different fields. So we have different type of awards. We have the General Award every second year for all the papers published over a 2-year period that coincide with the calculation of the impact factor. So talking about this year, that would be 21-22. And so every second year, we have a more focused award. Our friend Tao Hong made a donation so that for this every second year, we have an energy focus award. And so we are this year where we focus on energy. So even though we say IGF award, it's actually this IIF Tao Hong award that we're going to give today. But Tao could not be here yet to go join his family this afternoon. So the process is pretty much the same, a bit simplified compared to the traditional award that we have. We ask for nomination, and we've received quite a number of nominations for papers. And then we have a small committee that discuss the merits of the different nominations, the papers, the motivation for the nomination. And this small committee is composed by Rafael Veron, who's seated there, by Rob Heinemann, who's seated here, and me, right? So we thank everybody who have proposed nomination. They were very good papers, but we had to make a choice, okay? So we made a choice. As I say, it was difficult, but the award this year goes, and so it's very topical in view of where we are, it goes to a French team, Margot Breger and Malo Huard. Margot is there, I can see her from here. You can come while I explain. As I said, they were very good papers. What we really liked with this paper is that, you know, there's a lot of work on forecast reconciliation. I think you saw very good sessions at the conference. But there's always, you know, some cool angles to try, even with well-established field. And we really recognized that this idea to go online was really nice. The application is really interesting. The work is very well done. And it really bridges the gap between some new methodological ideas and some very good application. So thanks very much, Margot.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
And just to say, the award is a $1,000 prize, which is a bit less than €1,000, but still, we're quite good. and this plaque. So congratulations once again to Margot.
Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah, you want? We're going to have a picture. Good.
Thank you.
So now, Margot, you can enjoy the award and go back to Paris. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
I'm going to call you. Thank you, thank you. As I say, we received many good nominations. Actually, I would have loved to give an award to everybody. That would have been great. But we decided for one only outstanding paper award. So the idea is that I'm going to give a plaque also, but there's no prize money. Though, there was a very nice piece of work that we really liked. I think it's also very topical. You know, there's a strong focus lately on conformal prediction. There's a strong focus with the IGF on reproducibility, code, data sharing. And we felt that this paper was really aligned with this. And so we decided to give an outstanding paper award to Florian and Christopher. So I can see Florian there. Florian, you can come here. And sorry to say, I see a bit of a pattern here. I realized after we decided that Florian already got an award 2 years ago. So Florian seemed to be a bit of a serial award winner. No prize money this time, though. So, we take the picture first, and then we. Congratulations, Florian. So yeah, I was saying, I think Florian has done very good work with Christopher. Please check this paper. There's some interesting aspects. Some people in conformal prediction, when they say, you know, we have a challenge with time series, because conformal prediction is very good if you have exchangeability, but you don't have exchangeability when you deal with time series. And they often cite this paper as one of the first that showed, you know, what would happen when you do conformal prediction with time series. So it's very good work. Thank you very much, Florian. And we're very proud of all the papers focused on energy, since it's the year we talk about energy, that are published in the IGF. So thank you very much, and see you soon.
Thank you, Pierre. Fantastic. I might call upon Anastasios to present our Best Student Awards. Yes.
Okay, so once again, it gives me great pleasure to present these awards. These are the ones that you've been voting for on the Hoover app, and we present these at the closing ceremony. It's a good incentive to make sure that the students stick around until the very end of the conference. Okay, so the third prize is a prize for $500, sponsored by the IIF. So I'll be presenting that one myself as a director. And the winner of that one is Ilenia Gaia Romani from the University of Breslau. Okay, so the other two awards are also sponsored, and we'll actually call the sponsors down to the front. There is the risk that the student might not be here to accept it, but it's still good to get our sponsors here and give them a round of applause as well. So for the second prize, that's a $1,000 prize sponsored by Erasmus University, and I'd like to call Philip Hans Francis to present that award. So I think we should also have a round of applause for the sponsors. And that award, you can also read it out. No, okay. And that award goes to Harsha Chamara from Cardiff University. Good to see you. Come on, Thanks again. Okay, and now we get to the first prize, and that's a prize for $2,000, sponsored by Monash University. And to present that, I would like to call up Rob Hindman. And again, thank you again to Monash for the sponsorship. And the winner of that award is Elina Michiels from KU Leuven.
Well done, Elena.
So once again, a big thank you to everyone for participating in the voting, and of course to all the sponsors, and congratulations again to the students. That's it from me. I'll hand back to George.
Thank you, Tess. Congratulations to all the students, and they were all here, so the award is working. Every year, the IIF honours distinguished forecasters with the title of IIF Fellow. The recognition is based on a nominee's significant impact on forecasting in research, education, or practice, but also the contribution to the Institute's activities and operations and the Institute's journals, the IJF, and Foresight. This year, the IIF recognises as IIF Fellow Len Tashman. Reading and evaluating Len's... Yes, let's give Len a round of applause. Len jumped out quicker than what I thought. G'day, Len. So reading Len's and evaluating Len's nomination and CV, I felt that Len has significant impact in each of these dimensions. Let me try and summarise a little bit of these. Len was an academic at University of Vermont for 30 years, from 1971 to 2001. During this time, he taught forecasting courses at all levels and published many influential forecasting articles, both in academic and practitioner outlets. Among them, his most influential paper arguably is entitled Out of Sample Tests for Forecasting Accuracy and Analysis and Review, which currently has close to 1,000 citations and is also used as introductory readings to many forecasting courses. Additionally, Len has co-edited and co-authored several books. Len's biggest contribution to the forecasting community lies in his efforts to bridge the gap between theory and practice. He's a founding editor and served as the editor-in-chief and the driving force for 17 years, just until a couple of years ago, of our practitioner journal Foresight. Len was a member of the IAF board for over 20 years. During this time, he almost exclusively organized unofficially or unofficially supported the ISF practitioner track. Furthermore, Len was a general chair and for the very successful 2018 ISF that took place in Boulder, Colorado. Unfortunately, Len could not be here in this conference, but he is joining us online. So please join me in congratulating and thanking Len for all his contributions to the ISF and IAF.
Thank you, Lord.
Len, over to you. We can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yes?
This year would have marked my 40th year of association with the IIF. My first conference was in 1985 in Montreal. Over the 4 decades, I've tremendously enjoyed my colleagues, the many friendships that I've made, the conferences that I've participated in and ran, and probably most of all, the journal Foresight that I brought to fruition and overcame many, many challenges. So this is a great honor. I thank you all, and in the words of my namesake, Leonard Nimoy from Star Trek, I wish you all to live long and prosper. Thank you.
Thank you. We can switch back to the slides, please. Okay. Unfortunately, this year we did lose one of our founding fathers of the IAF, so I'll call upon Robert Files to say a few words.
See if I can get the next slide. That's okay. You've all been attending your various sessions, and you perhaps wonder at times, I certainly wonder, what we have in common across. We've got our own different groups, it's certainly true. Back in 1980, Spiros Makrodakis invited 3 colleagues to set up a journal, the Journal Forecasting, published by Wiley. And in 1981, there was the first symposium. The 3 people, in addition to Spiros, and is Spiros here? No. He has been, of course, at the conference. Spiros led the way in asking Scott Armstrong, myself, and Robert Carbone to start work on a new journal and the symposia. The first symposia was in 1981 in Quebec City. And here we are. I can't do the subtraction, it's beyond me now. But many years later, with this large symposium, George has claimed numerous times it's the largest, but I've got a lot of testimony that, that Scott Armstrong, there's Scott, the picture captures his intensity, organized the biggest conference ever, which was about 1,000 in Philadelphia in 1983. Scott, over the years, made numerous major contributions to forecasting, and I do recommend you to read his obituary. He was a very eclectic character in terms of what he contributed to. The objectives of the Institute, which I'll pass back to, include a lot of specialists, but the core element, and this was Scott's initial contribution, really was to insist on the importance of competence. I'm sure that was his word. Validation, essentially, the method of multiple hypotheses. You may have discovered that somebody in the audience, if you haven't got a benchmark model, would say, where's your benchmark? That was Scott pushing it. And of course, the evaluation on real data. And that's what this community has got in common, and that's what Scott brought to it. I'm not obviously going to go through the details of his career, but I will make one or two comments about pivotal issues. He put together an edited book, and if you've not looked at it, please do. The Principles of Forecasting, trying to generalize across fields for the common features of forecasting problems, from econometrics to judgment. So the Principles of Forecasting, I think, published about 2001. A comic note, because Scott was a character, I think that's what I wanted to get over. Could be very difficult at times, and certainly was with me, as I tried to collaborate with him at times rather unsuccessfully. In his first edition of his first forecasting book, I think it got dropped in the second edition for reasons which will become obvious. He had a session called Papers Not to Read. He had strong views, and the strong views made him quite a lot of enemies, not least within his own department, about the importance of simple models and the importance of comparison. And a final note, some of you are old enough to have experienced Scott at these conferences, and there again he was his eccentric self. He would always pass a note to the speaker to say how they could have improved his presentation, which of course was a bit threatening to at least the more junior people. So I'd like to finish off to just raise a metaphorical toast to Scott Armstrong. You wouldn't be here without Scott, and remember some of his values. Cheers.
That's yours. Okay. 2024 is over, so we start planning 2025. So I'll call upon our Beijing team to present 2025.
So thank you, George. I guess I need to load in. Maybe first I want to say congratulations to this ISF 2024 to Lauren and Morrison, Yin and Palm and all the organizing committees for this fantastic and fruitful conference or symposium. I think for us, we are do our best to keep this trend going or go on. Maybe.
Do they have the PowerPoint in?
We will have a kind of like two presentations, one video and one slide. So before I forgot, during our reception from the desk, we have been asked three main questions. One is about this travel, and one is about the housing, and another one is visa. I will talk about the visa at the end of my slides. But about this travel,
let me interrupt because we have a bit of a confusion. We've got a video and a PowerPoint. I thought both on this computer. We have the video here, so we'll show the video first until we get the PowerPoint. Yeah, let's show that one, and then you can do your talk.
I can talk about first. Talk about something else. Yeah. Sure. Okay. So before, so for the travel, if like for students, if you have this, take a connection flight from Europe.
You want me to start the video now?
Just a second. Maybe I will. You will do it. You click play video first, right?
Yeah, click on it. I will.
Oh, okay. So the flights, those air tickets, if you take a stop somewhere, may not be that expensive. I often do that. For example, I traveled from Beijing to US. I stopped in Warsaw. The price is low. Yeah. Also for the housing, the friendship hotel I'm going to show you costs only $80 per night. compared with here, it cost me double this converted into US dollar. So the whole thing will be much cheaper. Even Beijing is a very big city, but air ticket maybe for some of, for example, from US to China, the price about $2,000 round trip if you book the air ticket earlier. For students, I saw tonight, you can get a travel, those best people award. If you participate, you win, and then your waiting money can cover your air ticket. So I think I'm going to, okay, it's coming, yeah.
Go away. Okay, there you go.
Okay, thank you, George. So this is we do this, right?
You can use the arrow buttons.
This is updated one. But anyway, maybe we have uploaded two slides. By the way, in general, we put Beijing as one letter. Yeah, Yin also from Beijing. So right now it's in Pinyin, it's Bei and Jin. If we put it in English, it will be like combined. This will be in 2025. So you know, many of you know, this Beijing is the capital. I have to. Oh, okay, maybe I look at this one. I was thinking to look at that one. So Beijing is the capital city of 6 ancient dynastics with 202 museums and 92 universities and more than 30 theaters. For the culture and the political center of modern China, we know the Chinese government is in Beijing with 22 million residents in 16,400 square kilometers. And you can see Beijing has two different styles. One is very kind of old style or ancient style and the modern style. They are both combined. So our meeting will be held in something called a Friendship Hotel. It's right here. I think showing 2 slides here. So this hotel is very famous in China, and it has been hosted many of those important international conferences. And this time we decided to take this place. You can see around this hotel, there are many of those universities, including Peking University, Tsinghua University, also my current university, University of Chinese Academy of Sciences. This one, we know Peking and Tsinghua, they rank very high in those ranking lists. And my university is so far ranked in the 5th in China, also ranked by some ranking list, also very high in the world. So when you travel to our meeting in 2025, if you have connections to those universities, basically you can attend our conference, or also you can visit those universities. This is kind of maybe a double benefit. The next one is the place. The main conference hall is this one. It can host more than 600 people, like this way. Then the other conference rooms will be like this way, this kind of style. This is something very different from what we are now. This one is also nice. Those rooms, the hotel rooms, they are like this one. I want to emphasize this Friendship Hotel. It has 3 buildings. One building is ranked like a 5-star. The price I already said it is around $80. Another one, it is about a 4-star. The price converted into US dollar maybe less than $60. So it's much cheaper than Europe and in US. we have this plant place. The gallery is called the Temple of Heaven. This is old Beijing, I think, plus some old Beijing Hutong tour. And we will have two other options to visit the Great Wall and Summer Palace. The first one is included in the program. The second one, you have to pay if you want to go. Of course, after you arrive in Beijing, there are many places you can go. You can visit yourself. Also, you can combine like a tour together with other conference participants. Also, you can make friends with many of those students from China. Also, with the researchers, professors from China. Those are the places showing, you can see they are old-fashioned and very famous places. And we wish everyone can join us. I just received like a survey from this conference. About 35% of participants in this conference said that they definitely want to go to Beijing, and 50% still considering, and 15% said definitely no. Hope after you seeing this kind of presentation, and something maybe you can, if travel is not a big issue, maybe next year. Also, you can say that the housing is not expensive. Maybe you can change your mind. And we expect maybe more than 70% of people here, you can come to Beijing. This is the slideshow. I think because you uploaded a different slide. Because we added one more page about the visa issue.
I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, we have two slides on, in this laptop. For the visa,
you can talk to it, right? You don't need to slide
I can talk about it, yes, yeah. I think the Chinese government so far and gave 144 hours visa waiver for many countries, including right now France and Italy, Australia. I think many of those the European countries, also include the US. Yeah. But when I saw the figure here, 50% of participants in this conference from Europe. So I think one of you, if you just go to China for less than 4 days or 6 days, you may not need a visa. This is my, I don't know, we don't know what happens next year, right? So for the visa is, even you need a visa, I think the question? Oh, passport. Yes.
Next year we will have 700 people in Beijing. That's the forecast.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. We go this?
Maybe let's show the video.
Yep. Okay. It's only it's about 17 minutes, no 3.
So, yep.
Sorry, just Kitty. Can we increase this percentage from 35 to 55 now?
Yes. Well done. Okay. Thank you very much. We're really looking forward to Beijing. The experience will be very different, and I'm very excited about it. I was always excited about going to this conference, so it will be fantastic. Okay, so let me get back to my presentation. Okay, and it's George to wrap up. So the end of this session, there'll be two major changes to the IAF. One significant one and one not so significant one. So let me start with a significant one, and that refers to Pam ending her time at being the IAF business manager. We know now from Eric that there is a pre-PAM and a post-PAM period. So I'm lucky to say that I started the ISF, my first ISF was in 2004, so, and then the next one was 2006, so that's the post-PAM period. So I'm very lucky for that, and like Eric did, I can list many, many contributions that PAM has made to the IF all the time that I've been here. But I won't, I'll just refer to two. So the first one is in terms of organising the ISF. Her contribution has just been amazing. The preparation starts with 2-3 years before the conference takes place, evaluating venues, evaluating hosts, evaluating draft budgets, and then it ends, with today, and doesn't end today because then there's so many things to follow up. So on behalf of all of us attending the ISF, I would like to thank you, Pam, very much for that part of your job. Please, let's give her a warm round of applause for that one. The second one is from a president's perspective, and the non-stop and almost immediate support that I've received over the last 4 years. I say almost immediate because we are in different time zones, and sometimes Pam sleeps, so it's not immediate. But if you know me a little bit, or if you sort of see my actions, I am a little bit of a stress head, and if I need to do something the next morning, I cannot sleep. With Pam, Pam is the only person that I've worked with that, I would send an email in the afternoon and I would not have to worry about it. I would know that the answer would be in my inbox in the morning, accurate and efficient and ready to go. So that's a huge, huge, huge support to somebody trying to run an organization like this. Thank you from my perspective, Pam. Thank you very much. So, as you saw last night, I think I know Pam pretty well. I can claim that. So when it came time to buy her a present, it was an easy decision. With the help of Ying, we got a really nice, exclusive gastronomic experience at a very unbiasedly chosen restaurant, which was Greek. I do believe that we only have evidence of Steve being there. I do believe they both enjoyed that. But I do have one more little gift today, so I would like to call upon Pam to come on stage to receive that and also allow her to address you as a final act at the IAF. Let's give her a one more round of applause. Pam's going back with 3 bags. She came with 1 luggage, she's going back with 3 apparently from all the gifts, and we are helping her do that. So it's a decanter and it's...
Okay, now I can't.
Give it to her.
Okay. I promised myself I would wait at least till the end of my thank you to start crying, but I think it's already coming. I think George tonight and Eric yesterday talked a lot about how this role came about, and I am honored to have been chosen and to support this amazing organization. Everybody who attends these conferences, it's just, it's the hardest part of saying goodbye. I'm not gonna miss no, I'm gonna miss George's emails, can we talk at 9 o'clock tonight? But I'm gonna miss seeing all of you. And I think and I've said it to quite a few of the people here today, one of the coolest things about this job is I met a student in 2006 who got a travel award. And then in 2016, I meet that student and they're a full professor at their university. And it just, I would never take any credit towards being a part of that, but it's a pretty amazing thing to have witnessed it and seen it all happen. So I've had in mind all these crazy, funny little stories I was going to tell, but I'll save that for another day. And I just want to thank all of you. I want to say a very, very, very specific thank you to every single IIF director that I've known for the last 19 years, because it's just been amazing to work with all of you. So from the bottom of my heart.
We got it to cry. There you go.
Thank you very much.
I'll give you a hug. I think it's appropriate to read what is engraved. Dear Pam, thank you for the 19 years of unmatched dedication, forever part of the IAF. Thanks, Pam.
George. Thank you very much.
Okay. The last sort of change, and not so significant, is that today's closing session marks my end as president. Before I make the official announcement, we did elect a new president. Before I make the official announcement of the new president, I would like to say, as Pam did, to all the directors, without the directors, you can't do this job. The support has been absolutely marvelous. I enjoyed my time as president. I think we've done good work, and I'm sure the new president will continue and do even better work. So from the bottom of my heart, please, let's give all the directors a round of applause. And I may now call upon our new president, Laurent Ferrara, to close the conference. Come, Laurent.
Yes, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, George. So it's really a pleasure and honor to first close this conference and to take the lead as the new president of the IIF. Big shoes to fill. I saw so many past presidents at the conference today, yesterday, the day before. Spiros was there, Robert, Antonio, Moshen was there, George, for sure. I'm thinking also about Gloria. When I first came to the ISF in 2000, so for me that was basically impossible to become president of this institution, but finally here we are. So really an honor. I'm a statistician, so initially, things have turned bad, so I'm more an economist now, but that's part of the life. So I will try to continue the trend. The Institute in a super good trend, as we saw maybe yesterday when you came to the member meeting. So I'm no plan of doing a revolution, but I have planned to continue the trend, to continue to explain, to continue the job that has been done so far, with the help of the board, for sure. So we have a super good board today, and I hope we'll continue to have a super good board in the future. keeping in mind that the objective of the institute is we are a non-profit organization, so we are making a bit of money, but we are spending all the money, in fact. So we are spending the money with an objective, so that to improve the well-being and the welfare of our members. So you have seen maybe that we are having many different activities, from the awards, the summer school, the workshop, the conference, the journals, etc., etc. And we will continue to do that for sure. We try maybe to expand a bit those activities so that you will be happy to be member of this institution. So we rely on you to be members, to continue to be members, and maybe with, if we are lucky and good enough, we will be able to attract other new members. And you have seen we have made a lot of effort toward the young researchers. So please, I see some of you in the room. So we rely on you. You are the next generation. So we will continue to do some effort towards the young generation. So please be there, and please also let us know what you want to have. We will adjust. We can adjust, and we are going to listening to you. So that's already too much. That's already a lot. I'm going to stop here, and we were extremely happy to have you in Dijon. I hope you will have time to have a last drink before taking the train or the plane. And we hope to see you next year in Beijing, and maybe the year after in Montreal, and maybe the year after in Cyprus. And next in Beijing. Next slide. There is a surprise. Oh, fantastic. Did you know? See you in Beijing. Bye-bye.